Hello, welcome to Michelle Sews Again. I'm Michelle. Today I'm going to share with you the Instagram sewing challenges that are being hosted in the month of August. If that sounds interesting to you, then please stay tuned. Okay, so I have shared Instagram challenges. I used to be much more regular about this. I haven't done it in a while. I'll try and get back to this being a regular feature because I know a lot of you enjoy the challenges, or at least you get inspired by the thought of the challenge, whether you participate or not. And that's, I think, one of the benefits of knowing what they are. So I'm just going to jump into it. The very first challenge that I want to share with you is hosted by one of my favorite Instagram accounts. It's called Sew Over 50. It is run by Judith and Sandy, and it's gotten so big that they've actually started using guest editors, which I think is fabulous because it brings people in from the sewing community. They are a great resource for how to use Instagram, as well as featuring sewists over a certain age, but this is definitely not an account that is strictly for people over 50. You can get a lot of knowledge, both sewing and Instagram wise, by following this account. So I encourage you, regardless of your age, to follow Sew Over 50. But they are hosting a challenge in the month of August. It's not for the whole month. It runs August 14th to the 31st. It is called #SewAHat23. And they're just encouraging you to sew some type of a hat. I think most people will end up sewing a bucket hat, which is perfectly fine. That's a fabulous hat to make. And they're actually not requiring you to sew a new hat. You could just take a photograph of a previously made hat and show that on your Instagram account. It is, like I said, only running from the 14th to the 31st. So if you post before that, it won't be part of the challenge. And you want to use the hashtag #SewAHat23 and tag Sew Over 50 in your post. It does need to be a grid post. They won't accept reels or stories, and that's just to make it easier. It's difficult to capture tags in a reel or a story. You can certainly put them in your reel or story, but only the ones that are in your grid will count towards the challenge. So I think this is a really fun one. They've actually given some resources for some free bucket hat patterns, and I will list all of those in the description box below. I will also list links to all of the Instagram accounts that are hosting these challenges so that you can read more about them in the description box below. So be sure to check that out. But for this challenge, regardless of which, if you're going to make a bucket hat, regardless of which pattern you make, my wonderful friend Andra from Andra Makes has done a tutorial on the best construction method for a bucket hat. And it doesn't matter what pattern you're using. You can ignore their instructions and use Andra's, and you will make a fabulous bucket hat. So I'm going to link Andra and her tutorial in the description box below in case you're interested in that. The second challenge that I want to mention is called #SewReversible 2023, and this is hosted by the beautiful Anne Marie from Anne Marie's Workshop. She is here on YouTube and on Instagram. I will link her below. She loves making reversible clothes, and so this is her very first challenge that she's ever hosted. She is going to have some prizes, so I encourage you to go check out both her YouTube and her Instagram account. And the challenge is pretty simple. She's just encouraging you to make a reversible garment. You can join anytime between August 1st and 31st. Use the hashtag #SewReversible2023. If you're just showing progress pics, then use the hashtag #SewReversibleWhip2023 and make sure to tag Anne Marie. So if you watch Mari from Mari Sews, she recently mentioned that the Dress a Girl challenge is coming up again in September. And she had a fabulous idea for participating in the Sew Reversible challenge. If you were going to make the Oliver and S popover sundress, which is the one that I'm going to make, that is a great item to make reversible. So I'm going to be talking more about that in my Project Dress a Girl video, which is coming up in early September. But yeah, that's a great option for doing something reversible, and you can participate in reversible, and then again in September for the Project Dress a Girl. So you get a twofer with that one. Okay, so the next challenge that I want to share is called #TopStars. And this one is hosted by Minerva.com. They host a challenge, I want to say, I'm pretty sure it's every month. They've got a new theme every month. This month, Top Stars is basically just sharing a top pattern that you've made. If you go on Minerva's website, they have a community aspect to their website that's very similar to Instagram. You create a profile and you can post pictures and you can make a little verbiage. You can tag patterns, you can tag fabric, but they're asking you to post a picture of a top that you've made that you love, and you can tag the pattern if it's available on Minerva.com. You can tag the fabric if it's available. Neither one of them have to be available on Minerva.com for you to be able to participate in this challenge, but the posting is done on their website, not on Instagram. You can do both, but it doesn't count for the challenge and the prizes unless you post on Minerva's website. So it's pretty simple. It's just a top. And you can use a new or a previous make. It doesn't have to be a new make. There will be 10 winners that are going to win 50 pounds worth of, 50 pounds, meaning their currency, worth, not weight, worth of fabric from Minerva.com. That sounds like an amazing prize to me. The next challenge that I'm going to share is an evergreen challenge. Meaning that it goes every month, but it's a new theme every month. And this one is called Make a Garment a Month Sew Along. It is hosted by Sue Stoney and Sewing in Spain. And then they always have a guest editor every month that gets to pick the theme for the month's challenge. This month, the guest editor is Mary Thimble. And the theme of the month is August. And so what they're asking you to do, and just so you know, this challenge is always very liberal in accepting your interpretation of what the theme means. So basically that means you can make anything you want and make it fit into the theme usually. But here's some ideas to get your juices flowing. So make something of which you're very proud, learn a new skill, create something inspired by the August birthstone, make something to celebrate the Emperor Augustus, which is who the month of August was named after, or make something with gladioli or poppies, that's the flower of August, or this one I thought was fun, make something in a sandwich themed print because August is National Sandwich Month. Who knew? It is garments only, so no accessories or things for pets. Your account must be public because they need to be able to share your post. And it's, again, still post from your grid only, no reels or stories. The next challenge is also a monthly challenge, but again, a new theme every month. And this is from the Punk Frockers podcast. They also have an Instagram account, and they have separate Instagram accounts. This is run by Beverly from Weeds to Wildflowers, or Wildflowers to Weeds, I forget which direction that goes, and Jenny. And they have a new theme every month. This month is #PF Mending. PF stands for Punk Frockers, and there's a new theme every month. I've said that like 5 times. PF Mending. So basically they're just asking you to mend something. So I've already mentioned, I have like a whole closet full of things that are me-made, and it doesn't have to be a me-made that you're mending, by the way. It can be a ready-to-wear that you're mending. But either, you know, the hem is fallen out, or you need to resize it, or it's long sleeve and you want to make it short sleeve. It's got a hole in it, so you want to do some visible mending. You decide what mending means to you and participate. You're going to use the #PF Mending, and you're going to tag Punk Frockers, and that's your entry for the month of August. The final challenge that I want to share is called Get Set Sew. This is another monthly challenge with a new theme every month. This month you're going to use the #Get Set Sew August. It's hosted by the Instagram account Start to Stitch, And the theme this month is swimwear or underwear. They basically want you to use like stretchy kind of, not just stretchy material because that would mean any knits, but really like swimwear kind of knits and elastics. So there is a blog on their Instagram account with more details of the challenge. So if that sounds interesting to you, then you should go and check them out. But that's all the challenges for the month. The only one that I think, actually, I might participate in 2 of them. I want to do the hat challenge. I do have 3 hats that I've already made, so I might just end up taking new pictures with those hats. But I do feel like I want a new bucket hat. So I might follow Andrew's tutorial and make a new bucket hat. I would love to make a reversible one, which would also satisfy Anne Marie's challenge. Oh no, she didn't say garment only in hers. So that would also satisfy Anne Marie's challenge for reversible. So I am definitely getting started on my Dress-A-Girl dresses, and I am going to make one of those reversible. So I'm going to be participating in Sew Reversible 2023 with a minimum of the Dress-A-Girl dress, possibly a reversible bucket hat, which would allow me to join in Sew a Hat challenge. And I have my closet full of me-mades that I want to start fixing. I've already started on that actually in this month, so those actually count for the month of August, where I'm going to participate in PF Mending. So those are the 3 that I'm going to participate in. I'd love to hear what you're going to participate in. And by the way, you can always combine challenges. There's no rule saying that you can't. If somebody has a rule that you can't, then you just post it twice, once for theirs and once for the other one. But I've never seen, quite frankly, I've never seen anybody say you can't combine to be eligible if they've got prizes or not. So I'd love to hear which challenge you might be participating in. If you're not joining in a challenge, did any of them spark a creative idea for you? I'd love to hear that as well. Let us know in the comments below and let's get some conversation started. Wherever you are, I hope the weather's amazing. I hope you're able to get some sewing in, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.